India and England are all set to face each other in the final test match of the 5-match test series that India have already sealed 3-1. But there are very, very interesting updates in the squad for the 5th test match, and especially in the Indian squad, because there'll be no KL Rahul. Yes, an important update has come in that KL Rahul won't be there. The injury that surfaced after the first test match, Bansal, is still there, and BCCI medical team is monitoring KL Rahul's health, his fitness, and closely working with the team in London. What is the whole case going around KL Rahul?
It is quite interesting and quite surprising as well. Rahul got that injury after the first match in his right thigh. Then there were talks that he will come back for the third and the fourth test.
Yeah.
After the third test, it was told that he will be most probably available for fourth test. He was 90% fit. That was the statement made by BCCI. So the fact that BCCI made that statement of 90% makes it more interesting, and the curiosity of people around rises even higher. That
what happened?
Exactly what happened when he was 90% fit to play the match, and now suddenly he is out of the 5th test as well. And in fact, they are taking opinions from some specialists that too from London.
Yeah.
So all these things are quite ambiguous, but it's good that finally BCCI has come out. There were already reports going around that he has gone to London. So I think it's good
finally
that
clarification has come
out.
Also, if I'm not wrong, Bansal, for the 4th test as well, there were reports that KL Rahul will join the squad and he will play the match. And yes, as you already mentioned, there lies some sort of ambiguity, plus also some sort of interest that what happened after the first test match and between the 2nd and the 5th, because a lot of things have changed. But a lot of things have already happened, and I think
CricketNext Sahil Malhotra did a story yesterday that propelled BCCI to put out this press release.
Yeah, definitely, because KL Rahul's fitness was something that was going around in the news, and as Bansal said, that there were reports that he is flown to London, but now thankfully BCCI has come out with an official release that has clearly mentioned that KL Rahul won't be there in the 5th test. That gives us a space to discuss about Rajat Patidar. Let me tell you all that in the first innings that Rajat Patidar batted in this test series, he scored 32, and after that he didn't even cross the 20-run mark. So to say, he scored 5, 7, 0, 15 and all of those runs. So he clearly did not cross that 20-run mark, which is quite concerning, because we've been hearing from Sahil Malhotra, who has covered domestic cricket a lot, and he always used to say that Rajat Patidar is a very fine talent, but in the test series, Bansal, we didn't see him. But do you think this 5th test match in Dharamsala will be a big opportunity for him, or so to say a last opportunity that can come his way?
No, I think it will be fair to say that it is a last opportunity, at least for a while, in Dharamsala, and I think it's a blessing in disguise for him that KL Rahul is not available. And as you said, whatever I've heard is everyone speaking so highly of Rajat Patidar. Not only experts and journalists, but also other cricketers speaking highly about him. So it was quite surprising to see the way he has played in the series so far, with the highest score of just 32. Also, the more interesting part, that MP wanted him for the Ranji Trophy Semi-finals. If he was not going to play in Dharamsala. So they had a word with BCCI and all those things. That is what Sahil Malhotra reported. But now, since KL Rahul is not available, I think Patidar will obviously play the 5th test, and MP will not have his services. So the fact that MP wanted Rajat Patidar to play the semi-final shows how important he is to the domestic
circuit.
Exactly. So I think this one last chance in Dharamsala, and we should be able to make it count.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's the update about Rajat Patidar. So we think that he will be there in the Dharamshala test. But let's also talk about the other players who might miss the 5th test. And one of the topmost names over there is of Mohammad Shami. What's the recent update?
So as far as Mohammad Shami is concerned, he has gone through his surgery. He also shared a photo on Instagram a few days back. But the fact that the reports have come out after the World Cup, after his heroic performances in the World Cup, that he played the World Cup throughout the World Cup with an injured heel. So it is quite shocking to hear that, quite similar to what we heard about Yuvraj Singh after the 2011 World Cup. So I think it's good that he has gone through his surgery, and I hope he is fit in time for the T20 World Cup, because the reports that I've been reading as of now is that he will not be available for IPL as well as for the World Cup. I think IPL will be a distant dream for Shami now, considering he's just got his surgery done, and the BCCI has mentioned that he will soon join NCA for his rehab process. So we can just pray that he is fit for the T20 World Cup.
Absolutely. So Mohammad Shami underwent right heel surgery. That's the latest update. Along with that, let me all tell you that there's also a good news in this press release. You will get to see Jasprit Bumrah back in the squad. So he'll link up with the team for the 5th test match. He was given a break for the 4th one. And as it was reported earlier that it was a pre-decided break for him, actually break for the workload management purposes.
Right.
So he wasn't there for the 4th test that India won, and eventually they also won the series. But Bumrah will be back with the team in the 5th test match. Any more updates, Bansal?
There was one more update in the BCCI press release, and that was around Washington Sundar. He has been released from the squad. He will be joining his Tamil Nadu side to play the Ranji Trophy Semi-final against Mumbai. So I think the Ranji Trophy Semi-final again also will be a star-studded setup with Shreyas playing for Mumbai. There are already quite a few big names in the Mumbai side, and Sundar joining the Tamil Nadu side now. And what I feel is this also shows how important it is for players to play Ranji Trophy matches when they are not with the Indian side, and how important the players as well are for their domestic sides. Like as I mentioned earlier, for MP and Rajat Patidar. Similarly, Tamil Nadu also wanted Sundar, and since we have seen Sundar not playing any of the tests so far, and I don't think he was going to make it to the 5th test either. So it is fair that he will be playing the Ranji Trophy semi-final for his side.
Yeah, and I think BCCI and Rohit Sharma, Rahul Dravid, they all have put their word quite clearly that if you're not playing for the national team, play for the domestic teams and play in the domestic tournaments. And around that, the whole central contract list was also out, and Jay Shah also earlier had mentioned this, that players should prioritize domestic cricket as well, along with the national and international fixtures. Well, talking about Washington Sundar, as Bansal rightly mentioned, he will be there in Ranji Trophy Semi-finals. That'll start from March 2, and if need be, he will be there in the squad for the 5th test match. That was also written. So that's the latest update about the 5th test match squad. And for more details, you stay tuned to CricketNext. We'll also be coming up with a live session where we'll definitely discuss about what can happen in the 5th test match and around KL Rahul and the other cricketers. So you stay tuned to CricketNext for all the details and updates.
Fastest cricket score updates या सबसे detailed stats.
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या healthy debates.
सबसे accurate analysis
या fans का craze. सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म. क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब CricketNext.